teaching aptitude. Today we are going to the next unit, that is teacher-centric methods and learner-centric methods. So before we actually begin, this is kind of an introduction to introduce to what is teacher-centric and what is student-centric. Okay, so before we begin with learning these methods which are actually important, we will understand what is teacher-centric. So teacher-centric is where the teacher plays a very important role. She is the main focus and students have a passive role. Okay, students work alone. It is a formal classroom. It helps to maintain the classroom decorum. There is only one way flow of information. Okay, teacher decides how she will teach, what she will teach, and students only receive information. So this slide, this is just an introduction. You can just keep in mind a few points from the teacher-centric methods, but you need to know what are the types of teacher-centric methods. Okay, so the types are lecture method, which is very ancient. We have all heard this in our colleges and classes and everywhere, where teacher comes, explains, the classroom is quiet, there's no interaction, and the teacher delivers us the concept or the lesson, and then she presents us with the material and simply learn it. Then there is another method which is team teaching method. Here, two or more teachers work together for the same subject, okay, and deliver lessons, and then they also explain concepts, and both have some different approaches, right? So the students can learn better. Then we have demonstration method. Now we'll be learning a lab method, which is where students can also perform the experiments. However, in demonstration method, students can only observe. Okay, teachers do all the working. They demonstrate a concept to make it more engaging or memorable. However, it is not that students are given to demonstrate. Okay, so there is no hands-on technique. It is only observation. So it's learn by observing. Also, then we have TV video presentation method, which is the audio-visual method, where videos are used by teachers and they show animated stories or events or experiments about the concept. There are two more methods. One is the dialogic method, which is about problem solving, interaction, and presentation of tutorials. And there is direct method or natural method, where that is about projects or give examples, explanations, review, recapitulation, that is remind readers, and offer practice and feedback. So these are the examples of direct or natural method, and that's all we need to actually remember. And here also there's as such nothing to remember. The terms are very self-explanatory. Then we move to the learner-centric methods. Now this is the opposite of teacher-centric methods. Since students are in the focus, students play the active role, teacher just acts as a guide, okay, and students can decide what they want to learn, how they want to learn, and this is like a two-way flow of information, because knowledge keeps flowing from many ways. Okay, everyone interacts. So this is an active and dynamic classroom. There's no formal classroom where you have to keep quiet or you have to sit in your place and do what your teacher has told you to do. Okay, so then we move to the types of learner-centric methods. Now there are actually more than this. We will cover only 7 of them in this particular video. The next videos will have the other methods. So first one that we are going to learn is brainstorming method. So students are given up with a problem and they have to come up with unique solutions. They have to think outside the box and then they have to use their creativity and come up with various solutions. Okay, and they don't have to worry whether they'll be wrong, right, just pure solutions. Okay, then we have heuristic method where students learn by doing and figuring things out themselves. So supposedly the teacher asks students to fundraise for a particular program. Now the teacher doesn't tell them how to do it or what to do. She simply gives them a task that you have to fundraise for almost say 5,000 rupees, for example. Then the students explore their own ways or own ideas to figure out a solution, and for that, while doing that, they learn many things, okay, which helps them understand better and independent learning. So for example, when they go to a vendor and he questions them so many things, they learn about new concepts, they learn about new terms, so that they learn a lot. Then we have project method. Again here, students are given a project and they engage in the tasks that require them to apply their existing knowledge and skills to real life situations. It is basically again hands-on learning, and here learner is optimal and proactive. Okay, so it promotes direct learning and helps them develop a deep understanding, communication, time management and teamwork. Then we have group discussion method where students are divided into small groups or something, and then they are guided by a teacher, and each member has to express his or her views about any topic or problem which is posted to them. Then we have panel discussion method and a seminar method. Here, panel discussion is where various people from when expert areas come together, and they show their expertise by making a presentation in their concept of expertise or subject of expertise. And in the seminar method, there are a few people who discuss the topic and learn from various experts. Not everyone interacts in the seminar. So here, then we have PI method. It's program instruction method where there are organized steps that you that is they given they have made levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, or units, unit 1, 2, 3, and so on, and you have to learn from each step, and that too at your own pace, and after each step you get a feedback. Now, since this particular it is quite repetitive, there are chances that a person might lose interest while using this method. However, there are small instructions given at each step which helps you always perform better. So here we end this session. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you for the next one.